NBA Now is presented by Manscaped. Head over to manscaped.com/chat. Get 20% off plus free shipping at checkout because, hey, they have the best men's grooming products out there, which is why they are sponsoring this year's NBA free agency coverage here at Chat Sports. I'm your host, Harrison Graham. Let's get you caught up on the latest around the association. Some trade rumors emerging. So let's start with Ben Simmons, who no one knows where the hell he is. He's AWOL, as a report has surfaced that he is completely cut off communication with most of the 76ers organization. Further evidence and reason to believe that a trade is going to come at some point. Now, Philadelphia is still asking for a very high return in a trade. I assume Daryl Morey is going to have to lower that number at some point if they're serious about moving Simmons. But it seems like the Sixers want to move on, although they want to get a lot in return. But I think it seems like even more that Ben Simmons wants to move on. It doesn't seem like this relationship can be salvaged at this point in time. Get Ben Simmons out of there. It doesn't make sense for this relationship to continue anymore. Trade him to a new team, and let's start fresh with a new core in Philadelphia. You've got Joel Embiid. You've got pieces that you can work with in Philadelphia, but it doesn't appear that Ben Simmons is going to be a part of that future. So I say get him out of there, see what you can get in return. Don't trade him for scraps, but get what you can and move on if you are the 76ers. What will the 76ers do with Ben Simmons? Type T for trade him, type K for keep him. Get your votes in down in the comments section. T for trade, or you can give me a K for keep. Now, make sure you subscribe to our 76ers channel that we launched a few weeks ago, chatsports.com/76erstv. Myself, Chase Sr., we've been keeping you up to date with everything that's been going on during NBA free agency. And I promise you this, if the Sixers trade Ben Simmons, we will break it down on our Sixers channel, chatsports.com/76erstv. We'll keep you guys up to the latest surrounding the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, Ben Simmons, who numbers-wise was fine last year, 14, 7, and 7, 56% from the field. Obviously, the issues come playoff time. Teams boggle down the paint. He's not willing to shoot the basketball, and the flow that the Sixers tend to have during the regular season doesn't translate to the playoffs. Joel Embiid gets double-teamed more often, and his unwillingness to improve as a shooter despite posting videos on Instagram where he's shooting against air just hasn't worked in the NBA. And now this is why trade speculation continues to arise, because he had a bad playoff experience. He's not communicating with the organization. Doc Rivers, after that Game 7 loss to the Hawks, flat out said, I don't know if he can be a point guard on a championship contending team. All of these things, the last couple of years, it's all led to where we are today, which is why, again, I simply believe that Ben Simmons, when it's all said and done, will get traded by the Philadelphia 76ers sooner rather than later. Send in your best Ben Simmons trade ideas. I want to see them down in the comments section. Go ahead and send them in. Maybe you think for CJ McCollum, Colin Sexton, Damian Lillard, that could be a possibility as well. Send in your best Ben Simmons trade ideas right now. Now make sure you get going with Manscaped because, hey, I'll just tell you a personal story. It took me years to find a product where I could shave things downstairs and not have any razor burn and not have it itching for several days after the fact. But the Lawnmower 4.0, it changed my life. Manscaped reached out and said, hey, try this product. If it doesn't work, you'll never hear from us again. Well, I've been using it for about a year and a half now. The Lawnmower 4.0 is excellent, and you can get it 20% off at manscaped.com/chat. 20% off at that link below, manscaped.com/chat. This has 4 adjustable guards, so you can leave some hair if you want. You can go clean shave. Lots of different variety there. Waterproof charger, wireless charger. You can shave in the shower, and it's going to make your balls smooth. You want to keep it clean down there, especially when you're getting frisky in the bedroom. Your significant other is going to appreciate it. Manscaped.com/chat. That link is in the comments. It's in the description. Take advantage of the Lawnmower 4.0 being 20% off right now. Damian Lillard, could he be heading to the Philadelphia 76ers? Let's talk about it here on today's show. Now, this has kind of been sparked from a couple of things. Number one, Ben Simmons wants out of Philadelphia, and there continues to be drama there, so trading him seems likely. But also the fact that the Sixers did hire Dame's longtime trainer and former assistant coach in college at Weber State, Phil Beckner, which, I don't know, does that mean anything? Is he like qualified to simply be on a coaching staff or a training staff? Or is this a move to try and get Damian Lillard? Could a blockbuster trade be on the horizon in Philadelphia? Here's what I have to say, and here's what I think when it comes to Lillard and Philly. The Sixers should at least try to go all in. I am doing everything I can if I'm Daryl Morey to get Damian Lillard to Philadelphia, because the one thing I don't want to do is wake up in 5 years and look back and be like, well, we wasted Joel Embiid's prime. You can't do that if you're Philly. You've tried to make it work with Simmons. Let's try it with someone else with Joel Embiid. I think Damian Lillard with Embiid, that might be the most explosive offensive duo we've seen in the last 20 years. Maybe going back to Kobe and Shaq. They would be that dynamic from a pure scoring ability. We know how good Dame is. When he crosses half court, he's in range to shoot the basketball and shoot it very, very well. 29 points a game, 7.5 assists. Could you imagine pick and rolls, pick and pops with Embiid and Lillard? I mean, it would just be stupid. It would be fire. It would be electric if these two could play together in Philadelphia. I'd like to see it happen. Listen, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm not saying it's going to be cheap. You're probably going to have to trade Ben Simmons and several future first-round picks to pull it off. But I'd probably do it if I was Philadelphia, because the time is now with a veteran coach like Doc Rivers, with Joel Embiid in his prime and not having as many injuries the past couple of years. This is when you need to strike if you are the 76ers. Don't waste another couple of years with this duo of Simmons and Embiid. I don't think that can work anymore. I would love to see Dame end up with the Philadelphia 76ers. Will Damian Lillard get traded? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And by the way, make sure you're subscribed to our Sixers channel, chatsports.com/76erstv. If you're watching on Chat Sports and you're a Sixers fan, head over there. If you're watching on our 76ers channel, go ahead and hit that big red button. More NBA free agency rumors now. Where the hell is Kawhi Leonard? I mean, my goodness, it's been very quiet around the top free agent in the NBA. He remains unsigned in free agency at this point in time. Now, the expectation is for him to re-sign with the Clippers. I mean, I think that's still going to happen. It's just weird how he operates, man. This is the same guy who's clearly the top remaining free agent, by the way, who orchestrated a signing and a trade of Paul George from OKC to the Clippers a couple of years ago at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Just sign already. Don't be a weirdo, Kawhi. I mean, are you off the grid? Are you in Bosnia somewhere? Just sign already so we can stop speculating what's going to happen with your future in LA. We all think, at least we think at this point, he's going to re-sign with the Clippers, but let's just do it already. 25 points, 6.5 assists. We know what he can do. 6.5 rebounds, 5 assists. Excellent player. He was incredible in the playoffs before he got hurt, which is why they lost in the conference finals to the Phoenix Suns. Otherwise, they might have gone to the NBA Finals and maybe even won an NBA championship. Let's just end this saga. Go ahead and re-sign with the Clippers so we can kind of get a better understanding of who the true contenders are in the NBA. So predict it. Will Kawhi sign today? He hasn't yet. Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Let me know what you guys think down below. Will Kawhi Leonard sign today? And some free agency news that went down on Thursday night. One of the top free agents remaining, Kelly Oubre Jr. He lands on a 2-year deal, $26 million with the Charlotte Hornets. And I like this deal for both parties, in all honesty. Number one, Charlotte, young team, athletic, gets more athletic with Kelly Oubre Jr., who I think is looking for a bigger role, and I think he's projecting forward in terms of considering going back to Golden State of, Klay Thompson's probably going to come back. They might swing in a trade for another big piece. Where do I really fit in there? He probably starts in Charlotte as one of their wings and gets more of an opportunity. Last year, 15.5 points, 6 boards, shot 44% from the field, only 32% from 3. He certainly needs to improve in that area, but this is still a young player. He's long, he's athletic, he's got some bounce. I think he can improve as a defender still as well. And you start to think at what Charlotte's doing. LaMelo Ball, you've got Oubre now, Hayward, You've got, Scary Terry. You've got you drafted James Bouknight. You've got some pieces here that you can really work with on a team that almost made the playoffs a year ago. Maybe, just maybe, Charlotte makes the postseason this year. Finally, under Michael Jordan, this team is putting together a decent roster. So grade the deal for us, A, B, C, D, or F. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section, and we will be back for Day 5 of NBA Free Agency, 4 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Central Time on Chat Sports on Friday.